we're rolling.
Red cams.
It's so insane.
Yeah,
Like
it's amazing.
that person used to sleep in my living room floor just to like film stuff. And now he's just
Yeah.
filming things on like the craziest level.
He's a skateboarder, you know. We all start somewhere and make something out of nothing.
That's
That's
what
what
it
we're
is. Skateboarders are different. They're different people, and we just, I don't know. I think we're just having the time of our lives always. It's so weird how skateboarding is like you can have one event happen, and then you're bros for the rest of your fucking life. That's pretty true.
Yeah. It's one good day of skating. You're like, oh, this guy's cool. Like we'll always remember those times.
For instance, like I remember when, not the name drop, but it's gonna sound like it. Remember when Keith got married? This was the first time I met Al Baglio, and like,
Okay.
I just remember hanging out with them and like us fucking around playing golf and like loosening the straps, and those guys dressed up in all brown and like fucking me and Gavin making fun of them because they look like whatever, like zookeepers and shit. But just we had like an epic drive back from I think Monterey to Los Angeles. It was me, him, and Keenan and O'Mealy, and we're drinking on the way back. And I just remember O'Mealy doing 100 the whole way back to LA, and us getting back so quick and almost dying. And we'd always talk about how we like survived it because I guess Mike is kind of a wild driver. He's got fucking crazy eyes and shit.
Yeah, you're driving on the wrong side of the street.
Yeah, it's like it's Australia. What else do you have in store? I mean, I know.
Speaking of O'Mealy, he's got a photo show next week. I'm helping him out with that.
Oh fuck, O'Mealy.
Yeah, the September 12th photo show.
That's
He's got
right.
those amazing
He probably has
pictures of everyone.
He probably has amazing photos of like Dill and Pang and Huff and
Yeah.
whoever.
Yeah, he shot this city well during that golden era.
I mean, it's fucking Mike O'Mealy. He's fucking talented.
Crazy eyes.
Crazy fucking eyes. So O'Mealy's the only guy that you could skate with and he'll like make fun of you. Like I remember like skating the Spring Bowl like a few years ago, and he's like, "What the fuck you doing over there? All you doing is fucking doing rock fakies in the deep end. That's just bullshit." I'm like, dude, can I get warmed up? Sorry, fucking guy. Obnoxious fucking Aussie.
That keeps it real.
Yeah, he does keep it real. How about Zoo? Zoo,
Oh, Zoo is a touchy subject, man. I just got hit up today from the guys who are running the Zoo York Instagram account in the United Kingdom, and there's actually like real skaters that are running Zoo out there. And I always have love for Zoo. Like I
of
spent
course.
half my life repping that company for with blood, sweat, and tears, and it's. I see some stuff coming out these days, and it breaks my heart.
It does, man. I mean, to be honest, Zoo is kind of, I don't know, how could I say this? Like Zoo was that New York East Coast brand that, I mean, think about some of the people that came from there.
Yeah, during that time, people were saying we were the East Coast girl in chocolate.
That's what I'm saying.
At that time,
That's
and
what I'm
girl
saying.
in chocolate was the shit back in the
Yeah.
day. So
Exactly.
to hear people say that, oh, you guys are like the New York version of these LA guys, I was like, what? Are you kidding? Like, but man, we had a heavy squad back then. Now that I look at it,
I mean, you can go as far back as like whoever put together like a radio show with a skate brand. I mean, dude, Stretch and Bobbito, Method Man, Busta Rhymes, and fucking, I don't know, with like Rob Ganjami and Harold Hunter. Like, no one's fucking doing that.
it worked. It worked back then. It was legendary. I couldn't believe all the shit that we put together.
Yeah, but think about it, like how relevant that is now. Back then, it's just so powerful to see. I don't know, man. Just one of my favorite brands, and I mean, I think about how many people touch New York. I think like Stash touched New York,
Yeah.
Futura,
Cause
Cause. I mean, obviously, like Bruno and Rodney are fucking legends.
Eli, yeah.
I mean, I can go as far back as fucking seeing Barker Barrett like at the shut contest at Thompson Square Park.
Yeah.
Before it turned to.
And I remember that stage when like Eastern Exposure 3 came out,
Mm-hmm.
and Ricky Oyola and Fred Gall were riding these like huge boards, and everyone's like, "How?" Zoo was the only one that made boards that big back in the day.
Man, what
And there was
it?
this whole trend. Everyone's like, "I'm gonna ride a big ass like 9-inch board with
Trying to think.
60mm wheels."
What was it? It was an assault vehicle and a shut shark.
No, there was the Ricky Oyola board, the Zookeeper.
Zookeeper.
Yeah, the Ricky Oyola Zookeeper, and then
Mm-hmm.
there was a Zoo York wide load that came out. I remember that being like a huge ass board for back in the day because everyone was riding, and the West Coast was riding these like real tiny 50mm wheels, like
Jesus.
Venture 5.0s.
Jesus.
And then, Freddie and Ricky down in Philly, just like, oh no, we're going to ride these big ass boards because we got rough spots to skate.
Damn, you have a good ass memory, man.
I mean, those days were monumental to me. And I was a skate nerd back in those days. Like, I read every single word in every single magazine, like Big Brother Slap, watched every 4-in-1 from beginning to end, again, over and over and over again, and was just out there wanting to make videos at the same time.
I mean, dude, I'm gonna say like you really took care of how New York was needed to be represented at that time. I mean, dude, some of the best style of skateboarding came from that era, even as far as New York to NY Revisited to I'm gonna fucking take you back to what's that thing that I found in Tower Records? It was skate maps. I found skate maps in
Yeah.
Tower Records, and I think on the cover they had Jeff Pang. Was
Yeah, Jeff and Harold were the
Yeah,
and
with Jeff.
Akil, yeah, Zared was in there.
Have you ever talked about that? Because that kind of bugged me out. Because imagine if you go to Tower Records to go buy a CD.
No, we did a signing. We did an autograph
Did
signing
you?
at Tower Records on Broadway and 4th Street, like when it came out. Yeah, they had this whole stand with our DVDs and
Fuck,
a
I
little
don't-
autograph signing.
dude, I don't remember that.
That was skateboarding's first reality TV show.
That was that's
That was before Rob Dyrdek and Bam Margera and all that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, probably 2003.
That's way after Astor Place days. Astor was like late.
Yeah, that was during the Vicious Cycle days. That was around the
Yeah.
time that we went to that session at Nassau College around that same time.
Yeah, but just going back to what we're saying before, like skaters just adapt, and you know, everything comes from skateboarding.
Yeah, I remember going to China the year after that and seeing those same DVDs you found at Tower Records being bootlegged. And then I remember buying, I was like, Jeff, we
man.
made it. They're bootlegging our
You
shit. We
fucking
made
made
it.
it. Did Jeff beat them up?
No, he was laughing. He's like, what? I bought them all. They were like $2 each. I'm like, I'm buying all of them.
Oh my god,
all the bootlegs.
that's fucking amazing. That is skate maps.
Yeah.
Skate maps, fucking zoo. Now you're doing Burberry commercials and shit. Dude, what's next? I know
We're working on a documentary right now with Giovanni Retta and I.
Oh.
He's got the photos, I got the footage, all about that golden era and how it's influencing a bigger picture.
Retta. Did Retta ever tell you that he used to make fun of me when I was young?
That doesn't surprise me at all.
And did he ever tell you that I tried to kill him? I tried to throw him in front of a bus, I think, in front of Ralph Avenue, because he used to call me Ching Chong, and I'm like, dude, I'm Filipino.
Oh,
And he'd make all these Ching Chong, Monkey Head Ding
oh,
Dong
that's
fucking
fucked
things.
up. Yeah.
And I tried to throw him in front of a bus, and he freaked out and never made fun of me ever again.
That's all you had to do?
Yeah, so he never fucked with me ever again.
Oh, man.
I think he can tell you that story.
There was one time the Baker team was in town, and Retta was there. It ended up being in the first Baker video where they're skating the CBS gap in Midtown,
Uh-huh.
and one of the security guards comes and grabs like Retta's flashes, and Retta's like, "You don't touch my shit, you like $2.50 an hour Filipino piece of shit." He said that to the security guard. I'm watching the footage, and he said that, and I look at him like, "You're a fucking asshole."
You know what? It's because he was mad that I tried to throw him in front of a bus. But that's so.
No, but he actually can sing a Tagalog song that my parents love. Every time he visits my house, my family, it's like,
That's
"Where's Giovanni? Sing us that Tagalog song."
That sounds about right. Giovanni Retta. Giovanni's from fucking.
He's from Brooklyn.
He's from Mill Basin, actually.
Yeah.
So I would skate to his place from Canarsie. Man, that was a.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that was.
You escaped from Canarsie to Mill Basin
Yeah,
back in
that
the day?
shit was whack. Fucking all the way from like South Shore High School. And,
Yeah, that's a mission right there. I wouldn't do that to this day.
I don't know. Love you, Giovanni.
I never liked you, Gio. I never liked you.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm not
I
playing
didn't
anything.
I didn't even know
Freestyle.
that. I didn't even know that he knew Tagalog words. I actually didn't even know that he knew what Filipino people were.
Yeah, I
not,
guess-
not to be racist, but like
Yeah.
our friend is like, he's fucking a nut job, dude.
Did you know when he worked inside of the 24-hour photo lab, and he would like steal, like anytime there was someone with nudes, he would make extra copies and like keep like crazy photos when he worked at the 24-hour photo lab?
I never know.
And he said that one of the guys he worked with was Filipino, and he would listen to this Filipino song all the time in Tagalog, and that's how he learned
What
the
the
words to it.
fuck?
Yeah. Kuya 22 años na ako, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, and he'll sing it every time.
Dude, that sounds weird. I just can't picture him embracing another culture's language. Does that sound racist? Maybe I am racist. I just live in Canarsie. There's so many
But he also
reasons.
has another version of Tagalog that's so racist that he'll like speak to you in, where it's just, I'm sure you heard it back in the day.
Dude, I've definitely heard it back in the day. I heard all